The bill that I'm sponsoring currently, if you're a non-habitual, non-serious juvenile offender, you get an automatic expulsion at the age of 24. What my bill would do is bring that age down to 21. And if you're between the ages of 18 and 21 and you've gone 5 years without being rearrested, you can apply to have an early expungement. So if you're arrested at 13, 14, or 15, you can apply to get an earlier expungement before the automatic 21 kicks in with what my bill does. But what made me really get involved in this issue was there was a case back home that I heard about a young lady who, when she was 16 years old, she was riding with some of her friends after school one day, and a friend of hers was walking along the sidewalk, and they decided to throw eggs at that friend, just as a practical joke, something that teenagers do. A cop happened to see her do this, pulled the car over, and arrested her, and she was charged with a felony of throwing a deadly missile, and it was an egg. And this young lady was a foster kid and did not realize that when she walked into court and pled guilty to a felony that would follow her the rest of her life. And now she's in her late 20s and still facing the consequences of a single act that she did when she was 16, which, is something very stupid to do, but it's something that 16-year-olds do. I remember when I was 16 doing things that were very similar. The only difference between myself and this young lady was I never got caught, rolling a house or, doing different practical jokes to people that were friends of mine. But this young lady did, and had I been caught, not only would I would have faced severe punishment at home, but my parents would have been able to provide me with a lawyer to maybe get it to where I don't have to face those permanent consequences like this young lady, who as a foster kid did not have great legal representation. And so those are the kind of kids that I'm trying to help with this bill, are the juveniles that do stupid teenage things a lot of times as a result of peer pressure, and they're with their friends, and instead of saying no, they just go along and doing something very stupid. But that they're not the hardened criminals. The 16 and 17-year-old criminals, that have committed violent acts, will stay in jail, and their record will be, one that they can't get expunged. And so, but the kids that do the stupid things are the kids that I'm trying to give a second chance to.